Let's do it.
Episode 35?
5.
35. I'll tell you what, Mike. I don't mind shaking things up.
That was in the shake-up last night.
That was quite a shake-up, but I just don't understand.
Yeah.
I don't understand why they have to play it off like there's these new wrestlers coming from someplace you've never heard of before, right? It's like, oh my God, if you don't know him, you're gonna love this one. Come on. We're not dumb. If you want to move people around, just move them around. It's all the same company. I just don't get it. They just treat us like we're idiots.
Yeah. There was a couple of shake-ups that I didn't really understand, and we'll get to that.
there's that. It's, we got another one this week on SmackDown, and I don't like when they say, "Oh, these shake-ups could tear up tag teams." I don't like that.
No.
But can you imagine if they split up Revival?
That won't work.
It would be stupid.
Yeah.
So I don't like these shakeups. I guess maybe a draft would be cool. But you got to take a tag team as one pick, not Dawson and then Wilder go somewhere else.
Yeah.
It's just dumb. I don't like them destroying good stuff. Yeah, so we had Steph and Shane start the show talking about the shakeup, and it's just, I don't know. Do they get bored and just want to just mess with people?
I will say this. From the beginning of Raw last night to the end of Raw, I thought the Montreal crowd was way better than the crowd from New York last week.
Oh, yeah.
They were into it. They were loud and chanting. And
it's a wrestling town. What's famous in Montreal?
Screwjob.
Screwjob. Yeah, I just love when the crowd either interacts or tells them how they feel.
Yeah.
They didn't care for Shane last night.
No.
We had Miz come out.
That's the part I was going to talk about.
Okay.
That does not make any sense to move Miz to Raw when he's pretty much in the middle of a feud with the general manager of SmackDown.
I'm wondering.
They didn't end that.
No. It almost feels like it's gonna keep going across brands. But I almost feel like it's going to be Vince and Shane versus Miz and his dad at SummerSlam or something. I just see it because they're still ripping on each other's dads, and it's just like...
That's what we need. That's what we need is two 70-year-old men wrestling in a WWE.
I'm hoping we don't get that, but I'm putting pieces together, and it's like, all right, they had their match, and it's still not over. What else could happen?
I'm worried about... I've come not full circle, but like halfway around the Miz. He's improved a lot in the last year. He's got a lot of momentum. Mm-hmm. And the last time he was on Raw, he was kind of squandered. Yeah. SmackDown, he built himself. I'm kind of worried about him going to Raw and
getting lost
again.
Yep. I'm sure that's what'll happen.
Here we go. I know what you're going to say.
Okay, so you go from War Machine, beautiful, perfect name for an awesome tag team, right?
To War Raiders.
Well, let's change them to War Raiders. I'm like, that sucks. But you get used to it. It's all right. They're still cool. How can we stink this up even more? What did they call them?
The Viking Experiment.
Experience. Viking Experience. Vince McMahon.
And they changed their names.
Yeah, I noticed that too. I'm like, that doesn't sound right.
Eric and
Ivor.
Stupid.
Why? I just don't get it. Vince McMahon he's got to be senile. He's got to be just going.
What is wrong with the word war? I don't.
This country's built on war. This world just thrives on war.
Newsflash, it's not real. It's wrestling. It's entertainment.
Yeah. War backwards is Raw.
I don't get it.
Raw Raiders.
And then Corey Graves and Michael Cole playing it off. They've wrestled under several names.
Just if it's not broke, just leave it alone, right?
And as much as I like the War Raiders, which I'm never ever going to call them the
Viking experience.
I'm never going to call them that ever.
No.
But as much as I like the War Raiders, that doesn't make any sense because they're the tag team champions in NXT. So what are they going to do?
Did they show up with the belts? Did they have the belts on them? Nope. There was somebody else that was. Who else? Somebody else showed up. Was it Iconics? No, they had their belts. Somebody showed up and didn't have their belt. Oh, I bet you it was the Usos because I forgot they lost the belts last week. Who did they lose them to?
Hardys.
See, I didn't watch SmackDown.
Yeah. I think that's why they lost because they were switching them.
Well, I wonder why they wouldn't put Matt and Jeff on Raw. They're a little more mainstream, popular. I don't know.
I'm happy they switched the Usos because can you imagine a Usos revival feud? Woo!
That's gonna be good. So yeah, I'm gonna keep calling them War Raiders.
Yeah, I'll never call them.
I'll call them War Machine. War Machine won that 8-way
Yeah.
or 8-man tag. And then we had another shakeup. We had Finn taking on Andrade, and I just discovered that Selena Vega is married to Aleister Black.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Not that
I'm
I need
happy.
to know that.
I'm happy they won. They won. I'm happy they had Andrea win because this is his debut. But in the meantime, while he did that, it kind of made Finn kind of look weak.
Yep, they love to do that.
When they had
Don't bring him in against your champ.
well, how they beat him? They had Vega do that Hurricane Rana against.
That's
No
gonna.
offense to women wrestlers, but don't have a woman beat up an your Intercontinental champion.
Yeah.
It makes your Intercontinental champion look
She's
weak.
She's 80 pounds, 4'11".
Exactly. As soon as I saw that, I'm like, what?
God.
If they would have just had that Andrade, I can never pronounce his name. Andrade beat Finn clean, I would have been fine with that.
Or they put him against anybody else. Don't put him against your IC champ.
Yeah, another champion get beat clean.
I just don't get it.
Another champion losing.
Yeah, you can't do that. I don't know why they do that. God, that drives me nuts. So Elias came out. Ray showed up.
It's almost Elias's gimmick. Who's going to interrupt him? No.
Yeah, I think that's just his shtick now.
Yeah.
Then that ugly bastard Lars Sullivan.
They must like him in the office. I don't see anything
I don't
special
see
with him.
anything. He's got short legs. He's got little tiny calves. He just looks awkward. He just
But
does.
they've been advertising him for the last 7 months.
There's nothing. The only thing scary to me is his teeth. His teeth are a wreck. Brush those things. Get some.
Yeah, like his finisher that he did was like, it's almost like a version of the rock bottom. You know,
Yeah.
it nothing special.
No, he's just a big ugly dude. Why? I don't know. Glorious. They lost to the Usos. Usos are on Raw now.
Yeah, I was happy to see that.
Yeah, I love the
Usos-
Usos.
Usos did what they did what they could on SmackDown. They pretty much beat every SmackDown tag team, so it was time to go to fresher waters.
Yeah. So that'll be nice to see the Usos. Hopefully they'll get the belts, because I don't think Ryder and what's his nuts,
Hawkins.
Hawkins. I don't see them holding
They're
the belts.
transitional. They're not going to.
Yeah, probably next pay-per-view they'll drop them to somebody. I hope. Moment of Bliss with Samantha Zane.
That was actually entertaining. I know you don't like them.
I don't think it was entertaining at all.
But I was laughing because they kept cheering him, and they kept playing his music like 3 different times.
He dances like a drunk figure skater.
And I'm thinking to myself, okay, he's going to turn on him. Obviously, he's going to turn on him because he just did his heel shoot promo last week.
Mm-hmm.
So I knew he was going to turn on
He's
him.
going to turn on his own hometown. That is a dick heel move. But still, he just looks like a car salesman.
It made it better because, like I said earlier, the crowd was hot last night, and the crowd was all over him.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it would have been very entertaining if somehow, some way they would have brought Kevin Owens into that segment. I thought that would have been
That would have got you a huge pop.
yes,
I don't know why they didn't.
because Owens is the face is a face now.
For now,
Yeah,
I don't know.
I was kind of hoping they would bring KO on.
They should have. Maybe next week they will. Iconics. Okay, so let's do some rumor stuff. Is you think Sasha's done?
I think I don't know if she's done or not, but I do think that story about her being pissed off after losing, I do think that's legitimate. I really do.
I read that Bailey and Sasha were on the floor crying and pouting.
I don't
in
believe
the locker
that. I
room.
don't believe that.
I don't believe that.
But I believe they. I don't know. I haven't heard. I didn't hear the one about. I didn't hear anything about Bailey, but I did hear about Sasha, and she's had some issues backstage before. So I believe Sasha said something.
You have to, because
And you know
when
what?
did they get the belts? 2-3 months ago?
Yeah.
And they drop them to the Iconics.
And you know, I don't blame them. Maybe in a year or two, the Iconics will be amazing wrestlers. I could be wrong, but right now they're not ready. They're just not ready. I don't understand putting the belts on them
and
right
even
now.
if they're transitional, keep them on Sasha and Bailey until someone else is ready.
You want to?
I hate when belts bounce around like that.
Yeah.
Especially put them on Iconics. Billy Kay, is that a man? Oh, that's one ugly chick. And they're both so loud and annoying. I don't know why they gotta scream. They're not over. So we got Bailey and Naomi against Iconics. Is it Naomi or Naomi?
I think it's Naomi.
Naomi. So her and the Usos. Which one is she married to? Jay?
I think Jay.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't care. I must, because that's all I talk about. Well, who's dating who? Not a fan of EC3, but man, they're really crapping on him, huh?
Yeah. Maybe he'll be on SmackDown tonight.
And they crapped a little bit on Strowman too. I didn't like that. Like, he was at the top of the ramp and, doing his thing, and then Becky's music hits, and then he just walks to the back.
They do that all the time.
I hate that. Go to commercial, then Becky comes out. It's just, too much.
I know what you're saying.
Do you?
Yeah.
I hope so, because I am mad. So yeah, Becky and Ruby Riott. Just another mediocre match. Natty came out and challenged Becky. I'll tell you what, though. Lacey came in. Lacey Evans. If she changes the gimmick to just being a stuck-up, beautiful snob, I will be her #1 fan. I think she's gorgeous. I think she's pretty decent in the ring compared to like some of the others.
I was nervous. Her finishing move.
Oh, yeah.
I was nervous that she broke Natalia's arm, because when she
landed on her arm,
landed knees right on her forearm.
Yeah.
I've seen wrestlers get their arms broken because of exact move.
Yeah.
Do a moonsault. Your knees should be over the, not land on top of. And
I guess
as soon as I saw, I looked online and I didn't see anything.
Nothing reported. The hell was that?
But I saw it, and as soon as I saw it, Natty was grabbing her arm right after the match. I'm like, because it scares me. But I do like that finishing move.
I like it.
Yeah,
I like the little flip backwards, and then yeah, I think I would probably ask her to marry me. She's pretty hot.
But I do hope that they give Becky a longer run.
Yes. Let her hold both belts for a couple months.
Yeah.
Then drop one to Lacey. I think Vince really has a thing for blondes. I think Lacey's going to be your next Raw champ in a couple months. I see it. I just wish she'd change her gimmick so I didn't have to cringe every time she came out.
I'm not a huge fan, even when the Big Show did it, or I'll go old school when Ronnie Garvin and NWA did it. I'm not a huge fan of one of your finishing moves being a punch. Anybody can do a punch, you know.
She's a bigger gal.
I know, but
she's actually got some muscle
come up
to
with
her.
more creativity than just a punch to the face.
Yeah.
I hated that when they gave Big Show that finisher.
I think it worked for him though, because he's huge, and his hand's the size of a.
But he used the choke slam for years and years, and I think the choke slam was a better finisher.
Yeah. I think the punch shouldn't have. I think it should have been like a signature move. You punch him, then you pick him up and choke slam him.
Yeah.
You don't finish with a punch. I don't know. Oh, okay. So the highlight of my night.
Mine too.
Yeah, we get to talk about AJ Styles now.
The only thing that would have made this better
Yeah,
was at the end of the match they won,
yeah.
and AJ would have turned on Seth.
Oh, that's coming though. I totally see those two going for the
I
belt.
want an AJ heel turn.
Yeah, he's a pretty good heel. So yeah, it was a Shield, I guess. Was it Roman Reigns and Seth with AJ against Drew, Lashley, and Corbin? Average match, I guess. Nothing too spectacular.
Here's my early prediction.
Yes.
I think Drew gets drafted to SmackDown tonight.
Yeah. Wouldn't that be nice if Corbin went to SmackDown?
That would be amazing. Although I like SmackDown, so I don't want him ruining SmackDown either.
Yeah, I know. I think maybe in the summer we'll start recording these on Wednesdays so we can throw some SmackDown talk in too.
I would really love. I just hope she doesn't get ruined, but I'd really love Kairi Sane to get called up.
Isn't Paige bringing up a tag team?
Yes,
I bet you it's going to be the Sky Pirates.
that'd be awesome. I've loved Kairi Sane for a couple years.
What's her name? Io Shirai?
Yeah,
Io? Yeah, they're both
them
good.
two and Asuka could form a stable.
Yeah, Japanese stable. That would be cool. Then they get buried like the Riot Squad, right?
Well, those three can actually wrestle.
I know, but okay. Anything else in wrestling world?
Not really. I know I'm kind of interested to watch SmackDown because on Twitter and Facebook they've been advertising. Vince McMahon has said that he's going to announce it's going to be the biggest acquisition that SmackDown's ever had.
The biggest?
Yeah.
You think it's Drew?
I like Drew, but I wouldn't say getting Drew McIntyre would be the biggest.
No, well, he was the chosen one, handpicked by Vince before.
I know, but
who could it be?
Watch it be Lesnar. They're going to Fox. They need a big name to go be on Fox. That's the only thing I thought of when I heard that. And he just resigned before WrestleMania.
He what?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes. I know. I think it's like, I don't know if it's a temporary, like, I don't think it's like
more part-time than it was before, huh?
Yeah. I don't think it's because they're going to doing that Saudi Arabia show.
Yeah.
And they like the big name stars. That's why they always ask like that. Like last year, I think it was Saudi Arabia that they had Shawn and Triple H against Taker and Kane. Like all of them are like 55 years old.
Not older.
But they like the big names.
Yeah, they don't know wrestling. They just know what the stuff was 10, 20 years ago. Huh. They probably still wear acid wash jeans too out there. Wait, they don't wear jeans in Saudi Arabia. It's supposed to be funny, Mike.
Yeah,
Come
I
on.
know.
Ask watch.
I'm a little slow today. But
What else in wrestling world?
I heard an AEW rumor this week
Yeah.
that, and it's been going around the internet for a while, but rumor is that Cody is going to wrestle Dustin at All In, not All In, but Double or Nothing,
No kidding.
because WWE released Dustin from his Legends contract, and I think that would be pretty neat.
Brother versus brother.
Dusty's kids wrestling on one of Dusty's sons' first go at it.
Yep. Suck it, Vince. Man, I hate Vince McMahon. He's just really stinking everything up lately. Then Road Dogg, he just quit, didn't he?
What happened with that? I heard
he
a little
quit
bit of that.
because he's spending so much time writing, and then Vince changes it the day of SmackDown. So he said, "Screw it, I'm done." I would too. You spend all your time on the road, you don't see your family, and then all the hard work you're putting into it. That's why SmackDown was better, because you did have Road Dogg. I don't know who else was there, but
I will continually say that. The last 6 months, it was not even close. SmackDown was a lot better show.
yeah,
And I still say it has a lot to do with that extra hour.
yeah,
2 hours is perfect.
plenty. Yeah, we don't. Yeah, I agree. So yeah, I think he just had enough. Vince,
And we didn't talk about this during last week's doubleheader last week. What did you think about the AEW references at the Hall of Fame? I thought that was pretty interesting. If they were, why would they mention that though? Why?
they're just waving their wieners around. It's
But
like,
you know what I'm saying? Usually
Yeah.
they would just ignore.
I don't think they're in cahoots. I don't think.
No, I'm not saying they're
I
in
think
cahoots,
they're
but I would think.
because Billy Gunn is. I don't.
I heard he's
What's
like,
he in charge of?
the head booker.
He's a booker for AEW. So that's probably why they brought it up, because everybody else is probably underneath a contract with WWE or legacy contract or something, or Legends. So I wonder if X-Pac is.
I'm not sure.
I'm not sure either. If not, he probably is now after being in the Hall of Fame. They probably offered him something. Yeah, I think it's just because of Billy Gunn.
I just thought that was kind of interesting.
I would like to see Road Dogg show up in AEW as a booker or some type of agent as well backstage, if he's looking for a job.
or Arn.
Yeah, get all the good writers and bookers. Shouldn't even say writers.
I think Arn would.
You get those bookers. You get Arn Anderson and Road Dogg and Billy
Arn
Gunn.
would be perfect because you could tell. I've been watching something on YouTube. It's like a series of stuff, like vignettes.
Mm-hmm.
They're like 14 minutes long, but it talks about Double or Nothing, and you could tell the way they're building it that they kind of want AEW to be like kind of old school wrestling, like NWA type of wrestling.
More wrestling than entertainment. Yeah, go ahead and entertain us and give us gimmicks and give us storylines, but we if anything, it should be 75% wrestling, technical wrestling, maybe some high flying stuff. We don't need the real flashy stuff. Just, at least I don't. Just keep it simple.
And I still say it's never going to happen because he's done with wrestling. But I still say, if you really want to put AEW on the map and you really want people to talk about it, call Phil Brooks, aka CM Punk, and just say, I know you don't like wrestling anymore, but this is not the WWE. This is actually wrestling. This is actually wrestling you would appreciate and respect.
Yeah. I think that would be perfect for Punk.
And then I think that would put AEW on the map. I really do.
I think they'll be fine without him, but man,
No, I'm not.
that would just add some
you could
horsepower,
make more mainstream eyeballs.
and just to piss off Vince.
Yeah.
Pissant company. We'll see, because I think they've got a TV contract with TNT, right?
That's the rumor.
I would
TNT or
love-
TBS?
Love for it to be on Monday nights. Let's get some
TNT or TBS?
head-to-head competition
I
again.
don't know if they're big enough for WWE right now. Give it like
But-
a year to build up. Put it right against Vince right now. That kind of scares
Why
me
not?
actually.
The true diehard wrestling
I
fans,
would watch
Will.
it. I would watch it. Don't get me wrong.
you're going to have the little kids that don't know any better, 15 and under watching the garbage.
The thing that I've been liking a lot about AEW, doing
Yeah.
some research, like the money behind AEW
Jacksonville.
is the son of Jacksonville Jaguars, Khan, I think his name is.
Yeah.
And his pockets are like deep. All I can say is deep. And he doesn't have anybody to answer to.
Yeah.
Ted Turner back in the day, his pockets were deep, but he had board of directors and everybody to answer to. This Khan, Cody can ask for anything.
Yeah. I love it. I'm excited. Do they have a start date for TV?
I don't know.
Probably not till after All or Nothing.
Yeah.
Double
Double or nothing.
or Nothing. Bucks, man, they're going to destroy the
was
Pistons this first series.
Anybody that watches the show knows how much of a fan I have been of the Bucks. Bucks are my second favorite team next to the Packers in the state. And I watched that game. It wasn't even close.
No, they beat
It
them
was
by like 40, right?
It was like, and it could have been 80. I mean, it just Giannis didn't even play the whole fourth quarter.
They said, sit down, take a break. guy."
Exactly. And I mean, it was literally they were playing a high school team.
It's awesome. I love it. So we got game 2 on Wednesday. Brewers, as of today, they're 11-6.
Yes.
I got the Cardinals this week.
The only thing that scares me about the Brewers, sorry, Billy, the only thing that scares me about the Brewers is their pitching. If you watch any of the highlights or any of the scores, they're not winning any games 5-4. They're winning games 10-7.
Yeah.
And that kind of scares me.
You don't want them getting 7.
Yeah.
Yeah. But Yelich is the one cranking out the home runs, getting up to 10.
Why do teams still pitch to him?
I don't know.
Why?
That dude can hit anything.
Nobody else on the team is really hitting that well. Why are pitching him? I don't care. I don't mind it.
Yeah. Russell Wilson just signed a new contract with the Seahawks, huh?
Yes.
He makes
And
almost as much as we do.
Yeah.
How much is it?
4 years, $140 million.
60 guaranteed.
$60 million guaranteed.
Boom.
And I don't want to sound like an old, get off my lawn, old fuddy-duddy, but the contracts in the NFL are getting ridiculous.
Yeah.
And sports as a general is getting ridiculous.
Yep.
For throwing a football, you're making $60 million guaranteed. That's absurd.
That's absurd. For 4 years.
Exactly. That's absolutely ridiculous.
I like Russell Wilson. Go back.
I like him too.
That's a lot of money.
Yeah.
4 years. You think he'll retire in 4?
No, he's not that old.
I know, but why only 4? Something like to keep Russell Wilson in Seattle, you would think at least.
Well,
6.
here's the deal. I think he still had 1 year left on his deal.
So we're still looking at 5-ish.
Yeah.
Okay.
Still, he'll only probably be mid-30s.
Yeah.
I don't even think he turned 30 yet. So after his contract,
That's a rich dude.
yes.
Anything else in sports world? I can't think of anything.
Well, I know I'm kind of a nerd like this, but like the local sports, the
Hauser Boys.
Boys transferred. They don't know where, but they're transferring,
Yeah.
which I thought came out of left field because every interview I've heard of them from said it was they were happy.
They love Marquette.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it kind of.
They're probably going to Division I somewhere.
Oh yeah, it'll be Division One.
Big school.
That'd be awesome if they came to the Badgers.
You think that might be it?
Sam's girlfriend is a volleyball player on the Badgers, so that's helping the Badgers a little bit. I've heard rumors about them going into Virginia.
Virginia would be nice. So, you got anything else?
I think I'm good.
All right.
Next week we'll talk about a little bit about the draft coming up.
Yeah, we got is the draft next week?
Yeah, not this coming Thursday, but
Yeah.
Thursday after.
Yep. So we're gonna do some draft stuff. You take some notes and give us some mock drafts because I haven't been watching any combine. I know Kyler Murray and a couple others, and that's about it. So I'll do a little research. I know there's a couple of receivers I like. DK Metcalf. Oh, that's gonna be a big name. Remember that one. All right, should we shut it down?
Let's do it.
All right, punch it. See you next week.
Have a good week, everybody.
Why do I feel like it's never gonna stop? Take my time and the bomb's about to drop. Not skipping, gotta keep spinning. Minds are firing, I'm twitching in the kitchen.